She announced, "I'm keeping my dating apps active until we're married, just for the confidence boost." I smiled, no problem. Then I reactivated mine too. The notifications she saw on my phone at dinner made her delete everything immediately. I, 31 male, was making dinner when my girlfriend Sloane E8 dropped this gem on me. We'd been together for a year and a half, living together for 4 months. "So I've decided something," she said, scrolling through her phone while sitting at the kitchen counter. "What's that?" "I'm keeping my dating apps active until we're married." I stopped stirring the pasta. "Come again?" She looked up with this completely serious expression. "It's not for dating. It's just for the confidence boost. You know, knowing I'm still desirable, it's harmless. I never meet anyone. You want to keep Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge active while we're in a committed relationship? It's empowering. My therapist says external validation is important for self-esteem. Besides, I don't even message anyone back. I just like seeing the matches." I turned back to the stove. "No problem." She blinked. "Really?" "Yeah, if that's what you need for confidence, go for it." She jumped up and hugged me from behind. "This is why you're the best. So evolved." Becca's boyfriend threw a whole fit when she suggested the same thing. "Ah yes, Becca." Her perpetually single friend who gave relationship advice like a virgin teaching sex ed. That night, while Sloane was in the shower, I re-downloaded Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, updated my profiles with recent photos, the one from my friend's wedding, where I looked particularly good, the beach shot from last month, the one with my nephew that made me look like prime dad material. Bio: in a relationship, but she keeps her apps for confidence, so here I am. Within an hour, I had 12 matches. Turns out, honesty is attractive to some people. 3 days passed. Sloane would randomly giggle at her phone, screenshot profiles to send to Becca, and count her matches out loud. 84 on Tinder this week. Still got it. Meanwhile, I was having actual conversations. Not flirting, just talking. There was Jess, a veterinarian who was fascinated by the whole situation. Kendra, who was in a similar boat with her boyfriend. And Riley, who just wanted to know how this would play out. Friday night, we went to Sloane's favorite restaurant. She was in the middle of telling me about some guy who'd super liked her. He's a doctor. Can you believe it? When my phone buzzed on the table. Bumble notification. Riley sent you a message. Sloane's eyes locked onto my screen like a hawk spotting a mouse. Why do you have Bumble notifications? I picked up my phone, opened the app in full view. Oh, Riley and I were discussing this coffee shop that opened downtown. Her face went through about 17 different emotions. You reactivated your apps? Yeah, 3 days ago. You said it was about confidence, right? I figured what's good for you is good for me. That's different. How? Because I'm not actually talking to anyone. I showed her my messages. Nothing flirty, nothing inappropriate. Just conversations about restaurants, TV shows, the absurdity of modern dating. This is manipulation, she hissed. It's literally the same thing you're doing. No, I'm getting validation. You're actually engaging. So you're allowed to collect matches like Pokemon cards, but I can't have friendly conversations? The waiter chose that moment to bring our appetizers. We ate in silence, Sloane aggressively stabbing at her salad like it had personally offended her. Halfway through dinner, her phone lit up. Tinder notification. She flipped it face down, but I saw her glance at it every 30 seconds. Just check it, I said. No, that would be rude. Unlike having dating apps while in a relationship. She grabbed her phone, opened Tinder with aggressive thumb swipes. Then her face changed. Why does your profile say, in a relationship? Because I am. That's sabotaging me. How does my profile affect yours? She held up her phone. It was a message from one of her matches. Yo, is your boyfriend the dude who's honest about his girl keeping apps? That's wild. Respect to him, though. Apparently, we both matched with someone named Drew, who'd connected the dots. Small world. Update 1, y'all asked for an update, and boy do I have one. After dinner, Sloane went DEFCON 1. She didn't delete her apps, though. No, that would be admitting defeat. Instead, she upgraded her profiles. New photos, including one from her friend's bachelorette, where she looked incredible. Bio updated to taken but exploring my options. Not here for games. Mixed signals much? But here's where it gets interesting. Remember Riley? Turns out she's a therapist who specializes in relationship dynamics. We'd been having these fascinating conversations about modern dating, attachment styles, and the weird world of micro-dating found out because she went through my phone while I was sleeping. Yeah, she did that. Saturday morning, I woke up to her sitting at the foot of the bed, my phone in her hand. Who's Riley? Someone I matched with. I told you about her. You didn't tell me she was hot. I looked at my phone. She'd gone through everything. Messages, photos, even my Google search history. Find anything interesting. You Googled gaslighting in relationships. Yeah, after you told me I was manipulating you by doing exactly what you were doing. She threw my phone at me, missed, hit the wall. This is different. You're emotionally cheating. By having normal conversations? You talked to her about US. You screenshot my messages to send to Becca. Becca's my friend. And Riley's just someone on an app, which according to you doesn't count. She stormed out. 20 minutes later, I get a text. I'm staying at Becca's. We need space. Cool. I went to the gym. But here's where Sloane's entitlement went nuclear. She changed her relationship status on Facebook to "It's complicated" and made a post. When you think you know someone and they show their true colors. Mental health check. How do you deal with emotional manipulation? Narcissistic abuse, healing. 63 comments in an hour. Her mom called me asking what I'd done to her poor baby. I posted my own update. A screenshot of her telling me she was keeping her dating apps active, followed by her freaking out about me doing the same. Caption. Modern problems require modern solutions. Her sister Tatum commented, LMAO, Sloane really thought she did something. Even Becca commented, this is actually fair? Then Sloane made her next move. She matched with my coworker Jerome on Tinder and sent him screenshots of my emotional affair with Riley. Jerome sent them straight to me. Bro, your girl's weird. Also, these messages are literally just you talking about TV shows? But the best part, Riley saw Sloane's Facebook post. They had mutual friends, apparently. She messaged me. Your girlfriend seems delightful. For what it's worth, this would make an incredible case study on entitlement and projection. With your permission, I'd love to use this, anonymously, in my next paper. I said yes. Update 2 Monday morning, Sloane came back. Not to apologize, oh no. She came back with a business proposal. I'm not kidding. She'd created a whole PowerPoint presentation called Relationship Terms and Conditions 2.0. The terms included, she keeps her apps but doesn't message anyone. I delete mine completely. I apologize publicly for emotional cheating. We go to couples therapy, that I pay for. I block Riley on everything. She gets full access to my phone whenever she wants. I don't get access to hers, for privacy. These are non-negotiable, she said, laser pointer in hand like she was presenting quarterly earnings. No. No, you can't just say no. I just did. Then we're over. Okay. She didn't expect that. You're really throwing away our relationship over some random girl? I'm ending it because you think you deserve different rules than me. She started crying. Not sad crying, angry crying. You trapped me. You made me look crazy. You did that yourself when you demanded I follow rules you won't follow. Then came the guilt trips. I already told my parents we were probably getting engaged soon. My cousin's wedding is next month and I RSVP'd for both of us. I just signed a lease renewal assuming we'd be together. That last one was a lie. I knew because our lease wasn't up for 3 more months. She left, but not before taking several things that weren't hers. My favorite hoodie, my Nintendo Switch, and weirdly, all my phone chargers. Tuesday, things escalated. She started super liking every guy she knew I knew. My friends, coworkers, my barber. Then, she'd message them, since my name thinks it's okay to explore options while taken. My buddy Terrence screenshot her message. She knows you guys broke up, right? That's when I realized. She was telling people we were still together while also trying to date them. The cognitive dissonance was impressive. Wednesday, the real entertainment began. Sloane matched with a guy named Corey, who turns out was Riley's ex. Corey knew exactly who Sloane was because Riley had told him the whole story. They're still friends. Corey decided to have some fun. He took Sloane on a date, let her rant about me for 2 hours, then at the end said, I know Riley. Right? She showed me everything. You're exactly as exhausting as described. Sloane called me at 2 a.m., screaming about how I'd poisoned the entire dating pool against her. I haven't done anything, you're just experiencing consequences. You turned everyone against me. No, you acted entitled, and people noticed. She hung up and blocked me, then unblocked me an hour later to send 17 voice messages about how I was a sociopath. Update 3. Friday was supposed to be peaceful. I was wrong. Sloane showed up at my apartment with her mother, Diane, and Becca. They came to collect her things, but really came for an intervention. For me, Diane started, "You need help. My daughter is worried about your mental health." My mental health is fine. Healthy people don't sabotage relationships. I didn't sabotage anything. I matched her energy. Becca jumped in. "You manipulated the situation to make her look bad." "How?" By doing what she did but making it seem wrong. "So it was wrong?" Silence. Sloane pulled out her phone. "I have 237 matches now. That's how desirable I am. You threw away someone everyone wants." "Then why are you here?" "To get my stuff." "You mean my Nintendo Switch?" She'd brought an itemized list of things she claimed were hers. It included my coffee maker I bought before we met, my air fryer, gift from my mom, and somehow my car. "We shared it." "You borrowed it twice." Diane threatened to call the police. I encouraged her to do so. She didn't. They left with only Sloane's actual belongings, her clothes, her straightener, and her collection of half-empty skincare products. Saturday afternoon, the plot thickened. Sloane had been telling her matches that I was stalking her on the apps. One of them, Marcus, not that Marcus, different Marcus, happened to work in IT security. He did some digging and found out Sloane had created fake profiles to try to match with me and catch me cheating. She'd made 3 fake profiles: Jessica, a yoga instructor who loved hiking; Amanda, a nurse with a golden retriever; Claire, a startup founder who was ethically non-monogamous. I'd swiped left on all of them because, well, I was done with dating apps after Sloane and I officially broke up. Marcus sent me screenshots of Sloane raging in his messages about how I was probably gay since I didn't match with these carefully crafted honeypots. Sunday was the finale. Sloane made one last play. She showed up crying, no makeup, wearing the dress from our second date. "I deleted them," she said, holding up her phone. "All the apps. Gone." "Good for you. Don't you see? I choose you. I don't need validation from anyone else." "Sloane, we broke up 5 days ago. That was just a fight. You brought your mom to collect your things. I was emotional." Then she said the thing that really showed her true colors. "I already told everyone we worked it out. You have to take me back or I'll look stupid." There it was. It wasn't about me, us, or even the apps. It was about her image. No. She switched tactics. "I'll tell everyone you're gay. That's why you wouldn't match with those profiles." "What profiles?" Her face went white. She just admitted to the fake profiles. Goodbye, Sloane. Final update. It's been 3 weeks now. Here's where everyone ended up. Sloane is dating someone new, a guy named Brett she met on Hinge the day after she deleted all her apps for me. According to mutual friends, she's already told him about her psycho ex who was threatened by her beauty. Brett's already expressing concerns about her still having active dating profiles. The cycle continues. Becca actually reached out to apologize. Turns out, Sloane had been twisting the story pretty severely. When Becca saw my screenshots, she realized she'd been enabling some pretty toxic behavior. We're not friends or anything, but she did comment, "Dodged a bullet" on my last Instagram post. Diane, Sloane's mom, sent me a bill for emotional damages, totaling $3,400. It included therapy costs for Sloane, who wasn't going to therapy, lost wages from when Sloane called out of work, she wasn't working, just living off her parents, and defamation damages for telling the truth. I framed it. It's hanging in my bathroom. Riley and I grabbed coffee as friends. She's actually in a happy relationship but found this whole saga fascinating from a professional perspective. Her paper, Digital Dating and Narcissistic Entitlement, a case study, was accepted for publication. I'm listed in the acknowledgments as Patient Zero's ex. Corey, Riley's ex who went on that date with Sloane, said she spent the entire time talking about her match count and showing him the Excel spreadsheet she'd made tracking all her matches' stats: height, job, car type, husband potential score. He said it was like watching a Black Mirror episode in real time. The fake profiles Sloane made are still active. Marcus checked. She's using them to catfish other people now, trying to test if they're faithful. She matched with her own cousin's boyfriend and caused a whole family drama. Her aunt called me to ask if Sloane had always been like this. I said yes. As for me, I deleted all the apps after we broke up. Honestly, the whole experience turned me off dating for a while. I'm focusing on work, hitting the gym, and enjoying the peace of not having someone screenshot my every move for their group chat. Last week, I ran into Sloane at a coffee shop. She was on a date, showing the guy her phone. I heard her say, "I have 412 matches, but you're the only one I'm interested in." The guy looked uncomfortable. As I was leaving, he stopped me. "Hey, weren't you sitting behind us?" "Yeah." "Is that your ex?" "Yep. The one who kept dating apps while you were together?" Sloane had gone pale. "That's the one." He looked at her, looked at me, and said, "Thanks, man." He left. Sloane texted me later, "You ruined another relationship for me." I didn't respond, but I did laugh. The moral of the story? If someone tells you they need to keep their options open for confidence, they're telling you exactly who they are. Believe them, and if they expect you to follow different rules than them, run. Also, maybe we should all just delete the apps and meet people in person. Just a thought. P.S. Sloane, if you're reading this, and I know you are because Becca told me you check my socials daily, Brett knows about the Excel spreadsheet. He thinks it's weird. Also, your fake profile Jessica super liked your dad. Might want to fix that. Peace out.